entertainment is the green zone, which can be found on the screens in front of you. From the greenery of my home to the vast mysteries of the great outdoors, there's so much in this natural world to explore. And if you have something green to share, let me know in the comments below.
Hello everyone, welcome back or welcome to the HeyEunziverse. I'm back today with a quick species spotlight on the lovely avocado. There are people that don't like the texture and flavor of avocados, and there are people that are allergic to them. I am in neither category. I love avocados. On toast, in a sandwich, in a burger, made into guacamole, or just a fruit on its own, I love it in all its forms. So much so that I am currently growing 4 trees in hopes of having a mini avocado farm in my backyard one day. That way, my family and I will never have to pay the high prices that avocados are currently going for ever again. Of course, it'll still be a few years before that happens. As we chat about avocado trees, I'll be pruning some of mine. This is the largest one I have, and I wanted to cut back the branches that were spreading too far wide. I'd rather have the trees send energy to the branches that are going straight up since we're limited in space. The avocado is an evergreen tree that is native to the Americas and has been cultivated and loved by humanity for over 5,000 years. The fruit is considered a berry that only contains one large seed. Many sources say that when growing from seed, it can take anywhere from 5 to 13 years for the new plants to start producing fruit. By those numbers, that means that I still have about 2 to 10 years to go. Avocado trees love lots and lots of sunlight and deep waterings. But at the same time, like most plants, they don't want soggy feet. This means that the soil should be well draining. To assist with that, I personally mix some perlite into the garden soil we use to promote better draining. Avocados have the potential to live hundreds of years, the longest lifespan being recorded at about 400 years old. But I'm assuming that's for trees in the ground. As for container avocados, we'll just have to see. There's something beautiful though about some of my plants journeying with me for most or all of my lifespan, and I hope my avocados will be some of those. Of the 4 trees I have, 3 pits came from avocados that my mom and I picked up in 2022 at a local arboretum. The 4th is a pit from a grocery store avocado that I've been growing since 2021. Unfortunately, I don't know what variety any of them are, but if I'm lucky, my trees will either be self-fruiting or compatible with each other to produce fruit, so we'll see. The most common way to grow them from pit is to poke some toothpicks into the pit and place it such that only the bottom end is touching the water. My largest avocado is Ralph, who started our video today. I named the tree Ralph after Wreck-It Ralph because this pit was a late bloomer. In fact, I wasn't sure if the seed was going to make it, but once it started growing, it took off like a beast and is far larger than any of the other avocados I have. Judging by the rapid growth, I'd venture to guess that it will probably be the first to fruit for me. The second tree is Norm, whose namesake character is from the TV show Cheers. Norm is Norm because, well, it was the most normal. It grew at an average pace at an average size. But that's the kind of character you need to balance out the others. I'd say it's the second healthiest of the bunch, and I was quite sad to cut it back. But I hope the pruning will thicken the trunk and promote more branching. As I prune Norm, here's a little story time. There was a 5th pit that had grown with the other arboretum avocados. Its name was Tiny because the pit was so small. But it was the first to shoot out a stalk and seemed to be doing well. I initially was growing all the arboretum avocados inside, but once they got too big, I took them outside. Unfortunately, because avocados are actually quite temperamental when repotting, Tiny didn't make the transition. Rest in peace, Tiny. The third tree I have is poor Hercules. This is the one grocery store avocado, and it's named Hercules because it's a warrior. It has been cut in half by a squirrel when it was a sapling and grew back. It then got hit with hail and still grew back. It's definitely the weakest in terms of current growth, but it's a fighter, so I have no doubts that with TLC it'll catch up with the others. It was my first long-term successful pit. I had tried several times with grocery store pits. There was Bruno, Leonidas, etc., but none of them made it past the sapling stage. So I am so thankful to Hercules for sticking it out this far. Trypophobia warning. Skip to 755 if you need to. I have a condition that I deal with on all the avocados, some worse than others. My best educated guess is that this horrible spotting is a result of Persea Mites, which are a very common pest on avocado trees that feed on the leaves. I treat my trees with Captain Jack's Dead Bug Brew as well as neem oil, and that seems to help. Also, my bigger, healthier trees are far less affected, so the health and strength of the trees play a large part in how much the condition takes over. I've noticed though that after moving Hercules and our next tree to this spot, they've been much happier and the newer leaves are not as affected as before. The fourth and final tree is Tweak, whose name I got from the Octonauts character, but beyond that has no other similarities. This is because, unlike any other pits I've grown, it emerged from the side rather than straight through the top. This tree has very deep bronze emergent leaves. The others also have bronze emergent leaves, but not as deep in color as Tweak's. I'll be repotting Ralph in August into a larger pot than what it's currently growing in now, so stay tuned for that. We'll also be able to get rid of this wooden pot that's falling apart, so that's an added bonus. Also, don't mind the massive bird spikes here. Something has been digging in the dirt, so I'm trying to prevent them from doing it further. It doesn't really do anything to hurt the tree, but it's annoying and I lose soil. Anyway, it has been a joy to see all these avocados grow, and they add a nice texture to the garden. I'm excited to see how they grow from here, and I hope you are too. Let me know if you like to eat avocados, and if any of you are growing avocados yourselves, I'd love to know how that's going for you in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.
As we come in for a landing, Carney and I hope you had as much fun as we did on today's adventure. Until next launch, let's stay connected.